on day 1, I spawned in as Denji, and for some reason there was multiple Pochitas. I don't know why. And I spawned into a village, so I decided to kill some pigs, and so I decided to kill some pigs. Well, one pig. Well, I ended up not being able to kill the pig, but I went into the big house to see if there was anything interesting. But when I got in, there was a chest and a book. I decided to read the book, and inside of it it said, in the chest below you will find everything you need to become the Chainsaw Man. So I opened the chest, and there it was, the active chainsaw mod, and it gave me netherite boots and netherite leggings. I don't know why it gave me a sword, but I'll still use it. So when night almost came and there was bound to be some mobs, I waited a bit for the mobs to come. To protect this village, I will protect it. And as my job as the Chainsaw Man, I will protect this village. So, I waited for it to become nighttime. And when it was nighttime, there was bound to be some monsters around, so I searched. I searched around for some mobs, some devils maybe. I didn't find any, but I was sure I would find some soon, so I kept looking. And the villagers ran. I don't know why, because there wasn't any monsters. But I looked around the village, trying to find maybe some devils. And I couldn't. But that's when I found a zombie. So I pulled it, and I turned into the Chainsaw Man in a blink of an eye. And a spider. I had super speed and a bunch of hearts. I killed the spider and the zombie with ease in one shot, and I went looking for some more mobs to kill. So, I was looking around. So that's when I was looking around, and yeah, I was looking around as the Chainsaw Man, and I didn't find any. I'm not finding any currently, but I will find some more. And I was looking for the monsters, but I couldn't find any for some reason. I was thinking maybe they had left, so but I kept looking for him just to make sure. That's when I thought I saw someone, so I rushed over and killed it. Turns out it was just a villager, so I had to get out of the village or else the iron golem would come after me. So that's why. So I went to bed and then I went to bed and on day 2 my goal was to leave the village. But first I had to mine all of the wood. I don't know why it was taking so slow to mine wood. I mean, my hands were literally made out of chainsaw. So I was very confused. But when I finished getting all the wood, That's not really good, but yeah. I was just minding my business, getting the wood. That's when I heard something, so I stopped and tried to look for it. That's again when I thought I saw a monster, so I rushed over and killed it. Turned out it was just another villager. So the Iron Golem was getting very mad at me. So I was jumping across the buildings, getting back to the area I was mining wood. And I got back to mining wood. One block after block after block, I was mining the wood, trying to get enough wood to make some planks to make my own house soon. It was just block after block after block, getting wood to build a house. And then a potato came up to me, and walked over there, and I don't know why. Don't know where he was going. But I decided not to follow him because I know potatoes can be dangerous to chainsaw hybrids, so I just walked past them. So I changed all the logs into planks. So I changed them all into planks, and then I made a crafting table. Then I was on my way out of there. But that's when I realized I don't need a bed. I'm the Chainsaw Man. I can protect my home, no matter what monster it is. So I rushed out of there, not looking back. But I saw some really nice pumpkins, but I decided to come back for them later. I also saw a horse and decided to kill, and his wife. So I decided to kill both of them too. I don't know why. But I didn't really need food, but I killed a chicken just because I don't know why. Maybe having Pochita's heart inside of me is making a bit crazy like a devil. I don't know why, but so I was just going. I accidentally placed 2 on my planks, so I decided to just mine another. So I decided to get rid of this string and mine some more wood. So that way I can get some replacement planks. So I just decided to turn those into planks. So I decided I would set up camp up here. I transformed out of my Chainsaw Man form so I could build the house. So I was just building my house. I was really not used to not being able to run fast and jump high, so it was a bit confusing that I couldn't do it. But then again, I wasn't in my Chainsaw Man form, so it made sense. But then I saw a Pochita, so I decided to hide. But it said, "Don't be scared, come down here." And it said to follow it, but I decided not to. I know that would probably come back to torture me later since I didn't follow it. But that's okay. I'll just finish making my temporary base. That's right, it's a temporary base. I'll make a better one soon. Sooner or later. But that's one thing I realized. I don't have a furnace or windows, so I decided to run over to a beach and get some sand. But I realized it's taking a bit too long, so I decided to craft a shovel with some sticks. So I made a shovel so I can dig really fast. And then there was a Pochita there. I don't know what it was doing, but it was for some reason following me. But then it was just walking off. So I decided to just leave it be, and then it was just standing still. But then it was walking again. So I just decided to leave it be again and just continue to mine my sand for my glass. And that's when my shovel broke, so I stopped doing sand, and I decided to make a pick. So I decided to make a pickaxe to get some stone and another shovel. The reason I got another shovel is so I can go down through the dirt. So I decided to go out. I know I mined the dirt with a pickaxe, but don't get me in trouble. Anyway, I was gonna craft a stone shovel, and then I was also going to craft a stone pickaxe, which I did. And I I didn't need a sword since I already had a netherite one, but I don't know why it gave me a sword. I don't really need a sword. So I decided to replace my things and started digging for some more sand. And it's digging a lot faster too, which was good. That's when I realized it was getting a bit late, so I finished up collecting my sand soon. So I finished up collecting my sand, so I got out of my thing. So when I got out of my thing, I think it was time to pack up my thing, but first I need to quickly make a stone axe so I can break my crafting table and bring it back to my base. So that's exactly what I did. I broke it and went back to my base. And that's when I realized I had no door. So that's why I decided to put my things down. And I realized that my stone pickaxe, my stone shovel was almost broken. So I needed to make this door quick. So I did that, broke my crafting table, and then I went in and then I placed down the door. I scouted around for some mobs. And luckily there was none. But I had no bed, which meant I couldn't sleep, even though I actually do, because sometimes I do need to transform out of my chainsaw man form. So I was scouting around for mobs and I couldn't find any. So I went into my house, but that's when I realized, oh yeah, I don't have a roof, so I'll make one later. But then I heard something, so I went out and to go and see what it was. Didn't seem like there was anything. Maybe it was I was thinking, maybe it was one of the poached eaters. So yeah. So I just broke that door, the random door that I didn't mean to place. But yeah, I don't know why I placed those two doors, but just placed it again because. So yeah, I was looking around for mobs and I couldn't find any, which was good. But I just remembered, I don't know where Tokyo City is anymore because I was supposed to spawn in Tokyo City, and yeah, I don't know where it was, and I realized Miss Makima is probably waiting, or Miss Makima is probably waiting for me to give me some sort of quest or something, like to defeat the gun devil, even though I already have. I don't know why I would have to do that again, and I really don't want to do that again. But I realized that she would kill me like a devil if she thought I would snitch, if she thinks I snitch on her or like quit. So I knew I had to find a way to get to the public safety devil hunting facility again, but I don't know where it was. Luckily, I still had my phone, so I called Miss Makima, but I got interrupted by a zombie, so I quickly transformed into my chainsaw man form, pulled out my netherite sword, and quickly took care of him. But then I rang Miss Makima. I was saying, "Hey, Miss Makima, I spawned in a village, and now I just made my own house. I don't know where the public safety facility is, so please don't kill me like a devil if I can't get back on time. I promise I will be able to find a way back. I just can't be there for now, because I don't know how to get back there. She said, okay, just make sure you're back. If I don't see you there for the next 100 days, I will have to kill you like a devil. I know, Miss Makima. So, I had to get back to her in at least 100 days. And then I got hurt, and I don't know what hurt me. Maybe it was the Pochita. I doubt it was though. So, but then I heard a baby zombie, and I saw it. So I jumped down and took quick work of that thing. So I just jumped back up, waiting for another mob to cross my path, so I can absolutely destroy it. Seems like there's no devils in this part of the world. I knew I was still somewhere in Tokyo, so that made not really that much sense. Because most of the devils are in Tokyo, because that's where I am. That's where I met Pochita. I don't know why there's so many other Pochitas. I just call them that because that's what I called my pet Pochita. They're actually just chainsaw devils, these ones, and they're not actually Pochita. But they remind me of him, so that's good. But I just remembered that the real Pochita is still dead inside of me. Still alive inside of me, actually. He gave me his heart so I can survive. But yeah. I decided I should probably go back to the village, because they probably are being attacked by mobs. So I decided to go back there. I ran really fast, and I saw 2 zombies, so I took quick care of those 2. And I just ran back to the village. I saw 2 more zombies and a spider, so again, and another zombie. And I saw a skeleton. So I ran through, and I took quick care of all of them. But then I saw some creepers and another spider. But I decided to just jump down and take care of that skeleton first. So I killed him, and then I jumped back up to the surface to kill some more mobs. And I found this spider jockey. But I ran through, and I just killed him. I saw some zombie villagers, which meant I'm very close. So I killed them, and I ran back to the village. I saw another zombie, so I absolutely destroyed it. And I saw a creeper, so I absolutely let it blow up. I didn't mean to, but I saw another one to get my revenge on. So I jumped over and killed it right out as it was about to blow up. I saw a spider about to attack a Pochita, so I ran over and killed it. No chainsaw devil deserves to die, because that's the type of devil who gave me my power, and it's my turn to return the favor and protect him. So now I will go and get and it was starting to turn into day, which was good, but I still had to get back to the village, and I found it. So I ran over to the village and jump in and run. And I'm finally back at the village. I decided to raid them, but first I decided to kill the iron golem. And it was very easy. He couldn't even hurt me. So I was just I was raiding them, even though I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to protect the villagers. But who cares, man? I'm the Chainsaw Man. I can do whatever I want. But I don't want to be killed like a devil, so I'm doing this and I'm out of here. Because Makima's friend, some of Makima's friends live here, and if they found out about this, I would absolutely be killed like a devil. So I skedaddled out of there, back to my base. Oh yeah, and while I was talking, it became day 3. So on day 3, I ran back to my base. I found a hole. I don't know what it was from, so I left it. Maybe the gun devil, maybe. But then I jumped in it, so I jumped right back out, and I ran super fast back to my base, but I felt my chainsaws powering down, so that was not good. They retracted back into my arms. My head was still a chainsaw, meaning I was still the Chainsaw Man, but I needed to get back to my base before that happens, because I can't be fast without my chainsaw head, because my head gives me all the power. It's not the arms. And I couldn't find my base, so I went back and tried to find my base. I jumped over a river and over onto a mountain, trying to find my base. And I remembered it was near some sand, so I ran over to the sand. But still, I couldn't find my base, which was very, very, very bad. But I remembered it was near some. I looked at some pumpkins, so I went back to the village in search of the pumpkins. My power was almost drained. My head chainsaw stopped turning. I was still the Chainsaw Man though, so that was good. Although I could feel myself slowing down, which is bad. I tried running fast, but it only slowed me down even more. I tried again, and I was back to my speed. And that's when I realized someone must have taken the pumpkins. So I was looking, but I was still looking for the pumpkins, and I found some sheep. So I decided to kill them for the wool, so that way I can make a bed and finally be able to get through nights without having to actually deal with the mobs. Even though I know it was my job to hunt the devils and the mobs, but sometimes I decided not to, you know? Makima never will know anyway. So I went back. I tried finding the pumpkins, but again, I still couldn't find them. I came to the realization that someone definitely must have taken the pumpkins, or maybe I was just going in the wrong direction, so I went into a different direction. That's when I realized I need to find the big house. That's where it came from. And that's where I got my powers from. The big house. So I was trying to find the big house, but I couldn't see it. And that is when I realized this is a different village. But then I realized it wasn't, because I found the big house, but it was in a different shape and it was smaller, so it wasn't actually a big house. I raided their chest and there was nothing except a book, but there was some apples, so I took them. And I was fine, and I was going, so that's when I realized I'm in a whole different village. I need to find the old village in order to find the pumpkins. So I was trying to find my base. But still, I wasn't able to find it. But I never went fully this way, so I went fully that way. So I went over this way to see if I can find it. I fell into some water and I got out of it. And I went back, jumped up, and I decided to find, and I was still looking for my base. I still couldn't find it. I jumped onto a tree and back off. I could feel my power depleting even more, which is bad. Very bad. I found a thing. And I was still looking for my base. I couldn't find it. But I kept looking for it. I was determined I would find it. And I knew I was in a complete different spot, since I was never here before. So I tried looking for it still, and I still couldn't find it. I didn't want to go into that dark cave, so I didn't. The only thing I found on the whole way was a bunch of caves. How is a box of wood so hard to find? I must be really far away from it. Wonder what happens if I hit you? Nothing. So yeah, I was just jumping around, trying to find my base still, but I still couldn't. I was starting to doubt I even had a base in the first place. That's when I noticed it was getting late. Then I found a giant hole, which meant I must have been on the right track because I saw a skeleton in the hole early on the way to the village. And just when I gave up, I found my base, so I ran over to it. I jumped back in, and I was out of food, so I decided to pop my crafting table down and make a bed. So I made a bed and I could finally sleep. So that's exactly what I did. But first I transformed out of my chainsaw form, my chainsaw man mode, and I slept. On day 4, I came out of bed, and my house was looking a lot nicer. It had a bed and a crafting table in it. Even though I usually take them wherever I go. I was still very hungry, so I knew it doesn't kill you, so I decided to eat some raw mutton. But I just came in here